Alright, so I got a review of some Nike Mercurial Vapor 8s. So I'll just go over the pros, and then when I'm done with that, I'll just go over some things that I didn't like about it. But first thing, I'll just say this is a really fantastic boot. I thought Nike did a great job on it. Not a lot of bad things I have to say about it, but I'll just give you my input. But first thing, big change is the upper. I'll tell you right now, it is really thin. It is very thin. It's one of the thinner uppers I've had on a soccer cleat, and I've owned F50s. And I mean, it's probably not true, but it really feels like this upper is thinner. It may just be the material. But the material is great. You can't really tell a difference in the touch, but I mean, you can definitely feel it closer to your feet because the upper is so thin. It's the same material all around, so you're not going to get any differences if you touch it on the instep to if you touch it out here in the toe area. So that's good. But yeah, the upper is fine. No complaints with it. Just really thin, which is what you wanted with these, is a thin upper so you can get better touches on the ball. Another big change is the sole plate and the stud pattern. Great. Nike did a fantastic job with this also. It's a great sole plate, great stud pattern. I mean, you really get good grip on the ground with it. I had played with these when it was wet outside, and I didn't slip at all. It was actually raining, and I mean, it's not even an SG stud configuration, and I didn't even slip at all. But yeah, it was really great. Sorry, that was my cat right there. But one thing I did notice is that, not from wearing them, but the studs do flex a little bit. I don't know if you can really tell, but they definitely do flex. Get out of here. Sorry. She's just trying to get some camera time. But yeah, the studs do flex a little bit. It's totally fine. There may be, over an extended period of time, you may get, maybe, I'd say it'd be really hard. You might get one of them to break, but I really don't think it'll be a problem. Back studs are completely fine. I was worried about those, but they are definitely fine. Another thing is there is a lot of stud pressure on your feet, and by that I mean, like, the studs cause pressure on the bottom of your feet when you wear them and you walk in them or you play in them, and you can really feel each individual stud pressing against your foot. Which is definitely not a bad thing. You may get some discomfort if you wear them for a really long time, but it doesn't bother me. But yeah, it'll be totally fine. Alright, we'll talk about the insole. Insole is really great. It's basically the same as Superfly. It's really thin. I haven't had any slippage in it. It's totally fine. Also, this liner on the inside is good. Haven't gotten any blisters. And I'll tell you right now, I got these last Friday, wore them for about 30 minutes in the yard, alright, and the next day I wore them for a game and I didn't get a single blister. I mean, they're great. Great. So easy to break in. It was perfect. I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs down there just being weird. My cat and my dogs trying to get some airtime. But yeah, great. Yeah, this is just a really great boot. God, my dogs are so weird. But yeah, it was just a great boot. I've already redone this like 4 times, so I'm just gonna go with it. I was basically done anyway. But I'll just go do the cons now that they finally shut up. One thing, I really think they're too light. Only 6.5 ounces, I'm sorry. It isn't too light, but it's, I just like a little bit heavier boot so I can get a better, I just like a heavier boot so I can kick it better. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, it's totally fine. Good touch on the ball, material is great. That was really the only complaint, is that they're a little too light, but I mean, that's what I was going into when I bought the boot. But that's why I was a little disappointed. I mean, and it definitely did not live up to the hype. I feel that's the main reason I was disappointed. It did not live up to the hype. I mean, it got so much hype. I thought it was going to be the greatest boot I ever bought, but it really was not. I mean, the Superfly I feel like is a much better boot than this one. It's just the Superfly just feels so much better on your feet. It's got such a better fit, and I mean, Nike did a great job with this boot, but I feel like the Superfly is just a much better choice. If I had to choose, I'd definitely choose Superfly 3 over the Vapor 8. But yeah, this is definitely a great boot. I would for sure recommend it. But just realize when you're getting it, I mean, you're not going to be blown out of the water with them. They're definitely a great boot, but you're not going to be blown out of the water with them. But yeah, that's a review. If you have any questions or anything, you can just post them in the comments. Leave a like if you really liked it. I'm not really trying to get subscribers, but if you would like to, that'd be fine. But yeah, just a Nike Mercurial Vapor 8 review. Hope you liked it. Phone's ringing.